Panthers are back in the race for the 5th in a row, but can they do it? This week they've got to get past the Dogs sitting top. Let's see what we're going to pick in round 17. But first, let's see how we did in round 16, and it started okay. Could have been better. It was certainly closer than I thought. It was West versus Raiders. Raiders did pick up the win as expected, but only by one try. So it was a very, very close game in the end. Not ridiculously high scoring or anything, but Raiders did get the job done, and that puts them in top spot sort of at the moment. 1 point for the win. Next, I am blaming you guys behind the screen, sending me these kind of thoughts of don't pick Panthers. I should have picked Panthers because they're my team. Like Swans in AFL, how they've been losing and winning, I've still picked them. I should have picked Panthers. That's your fault. Warriors versus Panthers then. Only 7% of people went for Panthers, and I think one got it bang on. I did Warriors to win by 12. Panthers won by 10. So even with a depleted side, Panthers can get the job done. And I know I didn't pick them, didn't get the points, but that is a really, really good sign for pushing up and getting in the top 8 and potentially even getting further. We are only 5 points off the top 4, so it's still to play for. No points for me, unfortunately, though. Next game was Dolphins versus Knights. I got it incorrect as well. The underdogs did win again in this game, which has been a real common theme throughout this season with a 6-point win for Knights. I don't think Knights are going to make top 8, but they are only 2 points off it. I still think there's teams above them that are doing enough to get the job done. But if Dolphins are going to lose like they did, that may not be true. A really, really good win by Knights. They really needed that to stay in with a chance, didn't they? Nothing for me in that one as well. Then, a very close one again. A 1-point win for Storm. It's very similar to that first game where I thought it's going to be a decent win. It was not. I did 18-point win for Storm, and Rabbitos held them. They are very unlucky not to get the result. Rabbitos really did need that result to keep them kind of fighting in that top 8 space. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. 1 point. Next was Broncos versus Sharks. And get in there. My faith in Broncos finally comes off. A really, really exciting, high-scoring game. Broncos, I did by 4. They won by 6. Sharks, they just lack that consistency to be a top 4 side at the moment. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying others don't lack consistency, but Sharks, if they're fighting for top 4, look, Storm are in 4th and they've won 9, lost 4. Sharks won 8, lost 7. That's a big difference. And the fact there's only 2 points in it, but Storm have got a couple of games in hand, so it's fine. But great win. Great win by Broncos, keeping them in the top 8. Once again, that's another team that needs to get results to stay there. 1.5 points, should I say. Next game was Roosters versus Cowboys. I got it correct again. A big win by Roosters here by 34 points against Cowboys, who are just falling apart. Cowboys really, they are falling apart. That's a side that had real capabilities of being in the top 8 and just, yeah, not good. Roosters now in 8th spot. It's incredible, isn't it, how Roosters and Panthers, the cream rises to the top, as they say. Roosters and Panthers were doing shocking at the start of the season, but with how close the league table has stayed, how competitive each game has been, it's given Panthers and Roosters that opportunity to push up. It seems like Seagulls are going down. So, yeah, well done to Roosters there. 1 point for the win for me. Last game, though, yeah, gutted. I did Titans to win. I still believe Titans could have won that game against Eels, but it is not to be because Eels came out victorious by 16 points. So nothing for me for that game. The league table then after round 16, and we've certainly got some ups and downs, and we have a new leader. Up 2 is Midori into 1st. Brotherman is down 1 to 2nd. Benjamin up 1 to 3rd. Hacksaw down 2 to 4th. Marty and Kev stay in 5th and 6th. Elmsey is up 1 to 7th. St. Jai down 1 to 8th. Up 5 to 9th is Hazy. Well done. Bologna is up 2 to 10th. Now, looking at some big movers, G. Chapman up 7 places to 11th. Just trying to break into that top 10. Think Outside the Square is up 9 to 12th. Very, very good. Brupel down 4. Gus Storm down 5. Down 12 is New Elijah with Mighty Muffins down 8 as well. The Golden Hat, though, up the pars, up 2. Well done, buddy. That keeps you in with a shout of that top 10 for sure. Any other big movers? All right, up 4. I'm up 2. I am now in 32nd place. I still don't think I'm going to make the top. I don't even think I'm going to make the top 20, to be honest. I think steady movements for the rest of the season. Who gets the wooden spoon? Oh, it's well down. Giants 4 with the wooden spoon this week. Well, apparently we played just fine without our top players. But Thursday, the 26th of June, Combank Stadium. This is where we're playing at the moment while we have the renovations on the stadium. It is Panthers versus Bulldogs. Now, this is a real good test for Panthers now. Trying to push up into the top 8, going for their 5th in a row again. Who would have saw that at the start of the season? We thought we were dead and buried. But Panthers, they've got players back now. Cleary, Yao, etc. Players are back. So that's a positive. Not that we needed them to get a result. However, we are facing slightly tougher test against the Bulldogs. However, it's almost on the other side. Dogs do have some notable players sidelined. So that will certainly test their depth, which I don't feel has happened so far for their season. If you look at the actual stats, Penrith have won last 7 meetings against Canterbury, showing a clear match-up edge. But history in sport is no real indicator of what's going to happen in the future. I think if you want some more stats, though, I have written a few down. Bulldogs have only won 1 of their past 4 games at Combank. So that's an easy way to say Panthers to win. So Panthers to win, it's either going to be really close or a destruction. Should we go with a destruction? 18 points to Panthers. That's pretty much a destruction, isn't it? Okay, next up, Friday the 27th, 4 Pines. Seagulls versus Wests. Both teams not great form. West, they're out of it. I'm sure they are dead and buried pretty much. They still could do it, but nah. Seagulls are in 10th. They still have to fight, but this is the point where they're playing teams like West. They have to win. Manly star forward Humole Olakatau is sidelined with a shoulder injury. A real blow to the pack there. West, they have lost their game. They've lost their last game and also lost fullback Bula to a hamstring injury. I think being at home, Seagulls will perform better. Look, I've said this about other teams facing teams like Eels and Titans. This has got to be that moment where Seagulls get the result because they're facing West, who are really struggling now. They started off really well and have plummeted. This is the time where they have to pick up points. So I believe they should. I'm going to do Eagles by 10. 2 tries and 1 conversion. Next up, McDonald Jones Stadium, Knights versus Raiders. Raiders, wow, they have hit form, haven't they? Incredible form. They've taken the lead, even if it's momentarily. I think Raiders should win this. Knights should give them a little test at home at McDonald Jones Stadium. But they have lost young 5'8" Fletcher Sharp. Serious spleen kidney injury. That does not sound nice. That will probably disrupt their attack for sure. But solid form for Raiders. You know, you can't give them much more. They're pretty much full strength. Their forward pack and experienced spine should certainly be laying a strong platform for what's to come and in recent games as well. I don't even think home advantage is going to be enough here against a Raiders side, even though I'm sure teams below Raiders are going to be hoping for them to lose. But I just can't see them losing. Raiders here. One of these 18s has got to stick. One of these weeks, it's going to stick. Next up, Suncorp, Saturday the 28th, Broncos versus Warriors. Broncos, good couple of wins. However, Warriors have shown that they can still travel away from home to Australia, can't they? That has not really been an issue for them. Broncos do need to keep it up because they've got Panthers and Roosters right behind them now. Warriors lost star winger Dalin Watene Zelezniak. He sounds a bit Polish or Ukrainian or something. But they do welcome back Rocco Berry. That's a silly first name. Brisbane need a big comeback to win. They made a big comeback, needed a big comeback to win last week. But it did show that grit that they can show. Strong home advantage for in the Suncorp, but I don't know how much that's going to really help. I think if Warriors can start strong, they should be able to cause the upset despite the Brisbane home crowd. So I am actually going to go for Warriors here because I have been pretty impressed by Warriors away from home as well. So Warriors, let's do them by 6, a closer game there. The Wynn Stadium, Wollongong. Dragons, Eels, both teams who are not performing well at all. Eels did get a result against Titans, but how much is that really saying? I don't know. I think Parramatta did show some resilience last week, beating Titans without star halves Mitchell Moses and Dylan Brown. Real resilience there. Dragons, another disappointing season for them. This is not an easy one. Do you know what? I think I'm actually going to go with Eels to win. I've gone for Eels a few times now already, and I think they can pick up another win here. Dragons, I just think, are down in the dumps. It's not looking great for them. They've got a talented roster, Dragons, but they're just not gelling as a team. Eels to win by 4. Real tight one, but by 4. Next one, Suncorp again, Dolphins, Rabbitos. Rabbitos really unlucky not to win last week. Dolphins, they're in 6th place, very much the same. They got Broncos, Roosters, Panthers, even Seagulls chasing up behind them. They need to get a result for sure. But I was really impressed with Rabbitos last week, despite that 1-point loss. Souths, they do welcome back Cody Walker, Campbell Graham. That's significantly going to boost their starting lineup for sure. Dolphins are without Felice Kufusi. And I think the home advantage is less impactful here. I could certainly say Broncos, it's more helpful. Dolphins, I just don't see it. And I was just really impressed by Rabbitos' performance last week despite the loss. I'm going to go with a Rabbitos win here. I'm going to go with a Rabbitos win by 8. Try conversion to seal it. Yes. Sunday, 29th of June, Ami Park, Storm, Sharks. As I've said, Sharks are not showing the form that represents a top 4 side. And that seems to be the difference at the moment with Storm sitting in 4th place. Sharks, they did blow a big late lead last week as well, which certainly raises questions of their ability to close out those games, doesn't it? Whereas Storm hitting some form. They have had a couple of losses in the last 7, but they are a strong, dangerous team. There's real minimal injury impact at the moment, whereas Cronulla have got Tague Wilton out. Oh, no, sorry, Tague Wilton has been cleared to play, ignore me, after a bit of an eye scare. I just think with Storm have that more disciplined defence and experience, which should give them that edge. So playing at home as well, Storm to win by 10. Yeah. Last game then, Cbus Super Stadium. It is super. Titans versus Cowboys. This is, not great, is it? How Cowboys are even in 13th. Titans without Fifita. Which reduces their attack for sure. Queensland, though, with their backline depth is being tested by injuries as well. Both teams, it's just not going well for either team, is it, at the moment? Both teams struggling with injuries, form, teams gelling together. Well, let's make this quick, shall we? Cowboys to win. Screw it. Cowboys to win. Titans had a good chance to win last week, and they did not. Cowboys to win by 12. Let's do that. So, what do you think of my predictions this week? Am I going to be completely wrong, or is it going to be a good week? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much each week for joining me. You guys are incredible. Like, subscribe, go to my socials down there, and as always, I will catch you next week.